Jared Grant, and I work on the Google hardware team. Thank you all for coming to the Made by Google open house. Is everyone having a good time getting to touch the products? All right. We got Pixels, we got new Google Homes, we got slates, we've got coffee, we've got snacks, so we're really excited. I want to also welcome our guest, Lauren Tepfer. She's an amazing photographer that has been working with us. Welcome, Lauren.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Hi. Lauren took some of the, we can give her a round of applause. Lauren has taken some of the great photos you see around the space. She was one of the first people to get to play with the Pixel 3. We went and visited her while she did that and kind of see what that process is like. We're going to show you a video in a second. But Lauren, you and I have a lot in common.
Yeah.
We do. We're both from New Jersey.
Yes.
Jersey. We both went to college. You're currently going to college in New York City.
I'm currently in school, yeah.
Where are you going to college?
I'm a sophomore at Parsons.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I went to FIT. We both have worked in publishing here.
Yeah.
Well, you worked with Tabby Jepinson at Rookie magazine, right?
Yeah.
Doing some photographer.
Yeah.
How old were you when you first started doing that?
I started working for Rookie when I was 16.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I worked at Paper magazine, and now here we are, both working with Google.
Paths cross.
Like we're basically on the same path, except you're 19 and I'm like 30 or something. And here we are. So Lauren got to play with the Pixel you were back in your hometown in New Jersey, right, when you did that. So we have a quick video of some of the work that she did in that process. So if we want to play that, we can go right ahead.
Texted it this morning and you didn't even see it.
No, I didn't.
Corgi.
Oh, no.
Love them. I want a corgi. I should get one. So I grew up with technology. Not that I had the best or whatever, but I was always kind of around it. And I have never really known a world without having a camera or having a phone that has a camera.
Ready? I was talking to Grace. I said, how long till we all fight? So we all kill each other on set.
Wait, do that again. One, two, three. Oh,
when she's done.
Move a little bit back so your whole face is in the light. I'm sorry.
When she's done, tell me.
2, 3.
For so long, I begged her to do something else. She's an excellent writer, and I wanted her to do something else. And high school didn't really offer anything for her in terms of art.
Oh, it's really perfect. Really sweet. I love that picture. That one's kind of cool too. Your eye looks really cool.
She's good grades and she's a good student. Go do something. Photography can be a hobby. And it was at that art exhibit that I didn't realize it had changed for you, but for me it changed. And that was when I realized I needed to support her.
That's so beautiful. Wait, stay like that. That is so beautiful. Palm chin down a little bit. Perfect. This is so good, guys. When I first started shooting, it came from a place of me trying to figure myself out and find out what I liked and what I didn't like and kind of find a voice for myself. Yeah, I love that. Once I realized that people do it as a career, have jobs and make money, and that's their livelihood, I think that was when I was like, wait, I love this and I want to do it too.
Yes. Wow.
Good?
Yeah, really. How do you do it? I don't know how to do it.
Can I see the closer ones?
Whoa, those are cool.
They did a video, and I've told this story many, many times. They did a fundraising video, and they talked to Lauren, and Lauren said, I found my people. And how could I not support that? Those were her people, and really saw when Lauren is in her element, she is the most happy.
Dude! Just wanted to see what it looks like.
Please. Please save my life. Okay, I have to stop. Oh, good. Yum. Oh my God.
Photography has taken her to places that she's never been, and going to those places, she brings herself into those places. So, and it's not Lauren doesn't take pictures, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lauren doesn't take pictures to do it, to produce something. She takes pictures because she finds beauty in what she's taking a picture of. I'll give you an example. This happened a million times. Mom, stop the car. And one time it was a trash can.
That one's really good.
Don't look mean. You look like a mother.
You don't look mean. You want to do one smiling? How do you pose in pictures? That's not how you pose in pictures. I think just like the people around me inspire me. Experiences, my environment, colors, being confused and being able to like work through those thoughts of like anxiety and like being worried about things. There's not a lot to hide when it comes to who I am or whatever, which I think is really awesome. No. Long term, I want to do like film. Directing and like being able to like write my own script would be like a dream, which I know I'm not there yet, but that's something I like really hope for myself. I was creating coming of age work while I was coming of age, and it still feels very truthful to who I am. I'm not trying to like pretend to be a 19-year-old. I am a 19-year-old.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
I've been using the Pixel since the first Pixel, and thought I was taking some pretty good pictures. Apparently I'm not. These are so amazing. Can you?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Can you tell us a little bit about your photography process?
Yeah, so I started shooting when I think I always say that I feel like I grew up shooting. I've always had some kind of camera in hand, whether it was like a little digital one or a phone camera or something. But I became serious about it when I was 14, and that's when I realized I kind of wanted to do it as a career and that it might be possible. And then throughout high school, I just kind of focused a lot more on art rather than academics, which maybe wasn't the greatest idea, but it worked out in my favor, which was good. But yeah, a lot of my work when I was in high school was focused around being a teenager and living in the suburbs. And then I moved to New York City last year, and it's kind of transformed into just an ongoing diary of my experiences and my friends and stuff like that.
I love it. You capture such amazing portraits.
Thank
and you just have this way of putting together a photo, and the light is amazing too. I saw in some of the video you actually work with lights sometimes.
Yeah,
Do you like lugging lights around on the rooftops of buildings? What's going on there?
I don't actually. When we shot the Pixel film, they brought lights, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is like totally different for me. I don't know a lot about lighting, and I don't know a lot of technical things, so I usually just work with what's around me. But I do like a lot of colored light.
Yes.
And so
well, it
I
looks
find
like you
it
know
on
a
the
ton
street.
about lighting.
Thank you, thanks. It's all like faking it, but.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you were living in New Jersey and kind of running around there. You had your camera. Now we've got you a Pixel 3. You're running around New York City. How has being a photographer, changed living in a big bustling city like San Francisco, New York versus maybe living in a suburb?
Yeah. I think when I was in the suburbs, a lot of the work that I was making was kind of, it was harder work to make in the suburbs, and it was more, it took a lot more time for me to focus and observe and kind of grab the things that I wanted and the shots that I wanted. But here it's so much different because I'll just be walking down the street and kind of looking everywhere, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go run into that alley and take a photo.
Right.
It's really different living here compared to living in New Jersey, being an artist, because here there's so much going on and so many people and so many colors and lights and just everything. It's a totally different experience, which I was nervous about moving here last year because a lot of my work was focused around the suburbs and kind of like the emptiness of suburbia and like the loneliness of it. And so I was nervous that moving here, I would like lose my voice as an artist, but it's been a challenge, but a fun challenge to kind of figure out how I can carry my voice in the city as well.
For sure, I remember we were kind of chatting earlier, and you were saying that, I lived in New York before too, and like, you're kind of like crowded, there's lots of people, you take what you can in your bag. How is that for having a phone camera versus maybe a traditional camera been?
I stopped carrying my camera. I mean, last year was on and off. When I first moved here, I really wanted to bring my camera everywhere because I thought I needed it. And then I was like, no, you know what? I think our phone cameras are sufficient. And then when I got the Pixel, I was like, okay, I'm not carrying my camera anymore because I can totally do all of this on Pixel. It's just so much easier, and I take a lot of sneaky photos of like people on the subway or people on the street, and so it makes it a lot easier when I have a phone and not a huge camera that's like, I have to like program it and everything. Yeah, it's just so much easier, and it makes me feel a lot more confident working with that because it's so much quicker and easy.
I love the idea of you just like running around sleuthing and like taking pictures of people.
It's creepy. It's really creepy.
Hey, whatever. Has your sleuthing ever gotten you into any trouble?
Yeah, when I lived back home in New Jersey, I would spend a lot of time, a lot of my photos, I was really interested in like nighttime photos, so I would spend a lot of time at night walking around my neighborhood by myself with my camera and kind of being like really suspicious. And I got the police called on me a couple times because people were like, what is this 17-year-old girl like creepily walking around on the sidewalk with this camera and like taking a picture of my house? It was really creepy, but it was all with good intention.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot easier to sleuth in a busy, crowded city like New York without
I love it
like,
here. It's so much
anybody.
more normal here.
You have a lot of Instagram followers, which is awesome. That continues to grow, and it's a place you're showcasing your work. I noticed you also have some video work on there too, and some narrations. Like, you're such a good storyteller and writer. Do you think photography is your thing, or do you want to try other things too?
Yeah, I think I was always really interested in photography, and then as I've grown up, I kind of realized that although photography means so much to me, and I love it so much, and it's shaped a lot of who I am, my heart really is in storytelling, and I'm really passionate about storytelling. I think that's why I'm so drawn to photography, because it's so easy for me to tell stories with photos. But living here has really taught me that I want to be a filmmaker and a writer, and it's something that was kind of hard for me to accept, because when you realize that you want something different than what you're going after, it's kind of scary and really horrifying.
I know there's like this, I feel like there's this kind of like artist dilemma as you start to get known for one thing. You're like, people expect that from you and they want you to stick with that, and then you're like, do I break out of this? Do I try something different? It can be scary, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've always been it took me so long for me to feel comfortable in photo, and now that I'm comfortable in, I'm like, oh, I want to do something else. Which is like so frustrating, but also really awesome that I'm able to like be truthful with myself. I think in the future, I want to get to a place, I said a little bit in the film, I want to get to a place where I can like write my own stories, and I don't know what they'd be about, or I know I'm not there now, but it's something to look forward to in the future, which is cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lauren, for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It was a pleasure to meet you and see your amazing photos. You're really inspiring. I know I have to up my photo game now, but this is great.
Yeah,
so
thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Lauren Tepfer.